That's wrong. That's still not quite correct. Welcome, everyone. I should have tried everything before going live, but you know me by now. I do first, then think. And thinking is optional. So, why is there a video on screen? Blop. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right. Has it been 9 months already? Oh my god, thank you so much for the 9 months, Typer. 9 months already, potato power, go. Okay, who's here? Hey, Callie, how's it going? Baron, how's it going? Channel update, what version? It's actually channel update version 6.9. Of course. Thanks for watching. See you next time. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, welcome Baba, welcome Kit or Kid. How's it going? Slurmp! Hi gang, greetings mortals and Chris. You've been making that same joke for like 3 or 4 streams now, I think, but I still have to laugh every single time. Ha, nice. Okay, before we do anything, I thought why not just put on some music in the background. And let me actually check if all of that stuff works. Blop. Ha! You should be able to hear Revita's soundtrack now, very quiet in the background. And it also shows you the title of the current song on screen. Do. Nice, yeah. Nice. You did not have to do that for the bit, Hyper, but I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the 690 channel update 6.9 hype. Thank you so much. Post some exploding potatoes and post some... Need to make up something new. Hold on a second. I need to show you this, of course. Because I decided that if you're mean to me today, I'm just gonna blow everything and everyone up. That's the plan for today. There's construction in your house and it's so hard to hear you. Please yell. Hey, Kelly! No, I will not do that. Only once for the joke, but I will not do that. Wait, music, Chris, please play a song that I want. Like we've done a couple of music listening streams in the past. Today's not supposed to be one of them. I actually potentially maybe might potentially maybe do one next week, next Saturday, since the last one was in February already, and I've been in England for almost 2 weeks, So I haven't really had time to do much. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna stream while I'm on a vacation, and I also didn't work on any videos whatsoever. I did record footage though with Trois for our band Two Meeps. The next 2 music videos are actually going to feature both of us in the same shot. Like, this is how it should be if you're in a band, but we simply didn't really have the chance to do that for the first music video that we released. When was that? I think that was two weeks ago or something like that. But yeah. Bro became British. a bottle of water. Something like that. I was Britain, Mr. Christoph Jakob. Honestly, how do I say this without sounding super mean? I've been to London once. I do not plan to ever go to the city ever again in my life. Like, Northern England was nice. Like, I did meet up with Trois. We spent an entire week together, actually. Might tell a couple of stories about that later today. We're gonna see. But after we met up, I still had to spend 4 nights, so 3 entire days basically, in London. And I could just... I don't think I could ever live in a city. Does anyone in chat actually live in a huge city? Or a big city at least? Did you get stabbed on the streets? Not quite. Holy fuck! Hyper, what are you doing? Sorry, I did not mean to yell the F word. Holy, 10 memberships? What's going on? Okay, let me shout them out. What is that? Uroboros Coasters? Bobs999, Dangan, Mr. Nano, Makuro Kiba, Nin Henry, Toastmaster 1, that actually rings a bell, Mr. Me, Mark Mulready, and Ikan. All 10 of you are now members of the member channelship channel membership, and not you, Baba. I'm sorry. You hit toast again. Yeah, for the 2nd or 3rd time, maybe. I really appreciate that. That came out of nowhere. 10 as well. This was the 2nd time ever, I think. You've just decided to throw 10 memberships into my face. And I haven't even done anything yet. All I did was go live and say hello. And I'm still stuttering because I still need to warm up a little again. Talking to a camera, talking to you all. But yeah, all of them have access to custom emojis, custom banners. Banners? Custom badges? You don't have access to custom banners, but custom badges. Bodhi, I would casually drop a nuke. You mean like this? Oh, I actually hit the camera. Okay. That's gonna make an interesting short, I think. Okay. We're gonna hear that jingle a couple more times now. Press hello and the crowd goes wild. Yeah, I'm like, hi. Hyper, take my money! Hyper is, hold on, I actually happen to have a bundle of cash here, which is, obviously it's real cash. That's why I keep it on the shelf here. And it also says how much it is. It says $5,000, so obviously that's $5,000 and not paper or anything. So I say hello and Hyper's like, take this. I hit the camera again. Wow, I'm good at throwing. No stream delay, it seems. Could be that there's a little bit of stream delay, but it shouldn't be that much. Crispy rich is fine. I'm so rich. On that shelf, there's actually nothing else apart from that money. Like, there's... What do you call these, actually? There's like these... Stickets thingies? What do you call them? I only know the German name. Haftnotizen. Haftnotizen. But yeah. Oops. How did you actually come up with the donation jingle? I actually didn't write that specifically for YouTube. It's actually something that I made for royalty-free music sites. I have like maybe 20 jingles or something like that. Most of them are victory or failure jingles, and one of them just sounded so good that I decided to just use it myself instead of just selling it to others. But in theory, it can be bought somewhere actually for, I don't know, for like $3 or something like that, or 5. I don't even remember. Let me actually quickly look up how many I have while we're listening to Revita music. Royalty-free collection, jingles. Okay, I have 3 categories. I have game over jingle, item get, and victory. Item get, only 2. Game over, 6 jingles, and victory, that's 11. Now let me quickly pause the Revita music. I think it should be this one. No, that's not the one. Could you actually hear that? Let me play that again. No, for some reason you can't hear that when I'm using Windows Media Player. Let me quickly add that. Media Player. Why can I choose 5 different ones? All right, let's give it a try, I guess. Media Player, where are you? Media Player, there you go. Okay, chat, can you hear that? Whoops, I started in the middle. Of course I start in the middle of a song, like, ain't nobody got time to start at the beginning of a song, right? Okay, I think you should be able to hear that. Even though it's quite loud, so let me turn that down a little bit. Will Trois be in the chat? She will actually be here later. Yeah, she might actually also join voice chat. Potentially. Yes, we can. It's loud. Thicky notes. Post-it notes. Okay, shut up and take my money. You're eating oatmeal water. Apparently it helps your stomach. Nice. But I think that's actually not the donation jingle, is it? Let's listen to the jingle again. I think that's actually not the correct one. There's also this one. That's also not the one that I chose. Like, one thing I decided to do is come up with one idea and then more or less milk the idea. So make as many variations of the same idea as I can. And I think this is the actual donation jingle. I just heard the jingle 10 times, but I don't even remember. Is it this one? Or is it this one? No, I think it's the short and fast one, isn't it? You have something important to show her? Custom banners when? We're gonna see. But yeah, what did I want to say earlier? Someone asked me, I think it was Slurmf, how was Britain? London is so big, like I knew that London is big, obviously, but London is so big. You take the tube, like the underground station thingy, you drive for an entire hour, so 60 minutes, and you're only roughly halfway through halfway through the city. That's how big London is. Like you see a site, like, I don't know, the Big Ben or something like that, and then you enter a different site in London that you might be interested in checking out, and then it says if you want to walk there, it takes 4.5 hours in the same city. Like, what in the world? One is one is the membership, and one is the gifted membership. Oh, that could be, yeah. So just using the same motif over and over in slightly different variations. Not even motif, it's just quite literally the same song, just rhythmically different. Like, this one is short, right? Short and quick. This one is also in 6/8. The other one, I think, is in 4/4 and it's a little longer. And the third one is a little bit more quirky, I guess. I don't know what to use that for, to be honest. Kelly's hugging again. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I also have to have like I think even my game over jingles were based on this, if I'm not mistaken. But let me double check. Yes, exactly. Kelly, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Oh wow, Mythic Vortex is now also member of the Hyper. I think you're a bad influence for all the other people in chat. Kelly just gifted a membership, and I blame you, Hyper. Use it for the 50 gifted sub. Oh, Jesus Christ. I should come up with something like that, or just me yelling the F word over and over. But I haven't set anything like that up yet. So yeah, thank you so much, Kelly. Give Kelly some... We need something for Kelly, actually. Like, Hyper has his potatoes. What does Kelly get? Post some exploding cars in chat, because I think, Kelly, the first time you've appeared during one of my streams was during Burnout Paradise, if I'm not mistaken. Not entirely sure. Which you will drop 50 gifted memberships one day. I think I will just get a heartburn or something like that if that happens. This is a threat. This is a thread. Okay. So, Mythic Vortex, you're now a member of the member channel membership. I could actually continue with the Revita music in the meantime. You're now a member of the member channel membership, which means you get custom access to... Nope. I mean, you get access to one custom video, which is not really worth it, to be honest. It's just a stupid, humorous video. You get custom badges, custom emojis. Why am I always yelling? I could also just turn this into an ASMR stream. And you get early access to videos, even though I actually haven't been working on anything because I have been on a vacation. But I started a new to-do list. Like, roughly a month ago, I decided to just get rid of my to-do list because I thought, I don't need that. I have a new to-do list now. It's not as big as the previous one. You hate ASMR? Yep, fair. But yeah. Hey, oh, whoops. Chat, there are a bunch of things I'd like to talk about with you. Most of them are actually related to the channel, the future of this channel, some different kinds of series that I have planned. I have to say that I haven't started any of them yet, so don't expect anything in March. I simply did not have the time for that at all yet. A personal project that I'm started working on like 3 months ago, I think, that I'd like to dive a little more into. Another thing I'd like to do is I'd like to more or less announce, even though some of you already knew about it. I've been part of a scene, like a Splatoon scene about Splatoon bands, and I was responsible for mixing some of the tracks and mastering all of them, and I also contributed one tune myself. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's basically... I don't want to lie, I think it's roughly 100-ish people who are collaborating on a magazine that's focused around splat bands. And since it's focused around splat bands, the mods and the creators of that decided to reach out to people who make fan-made Splatoon music on YouTube and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure you know almost everyone, or let's just say it's very likely that you're familiar with many of the names. Many of the people who have contributed something to the scene. Like, I think I'm not really allowed to show the entire songs yet, but what I could do is tell you who contributed something, and I'd also like to tell you which kind of bands we were all trying to replicate. Let me actually just show you that real quick. Da 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 da. Okay, Splat Band. Where did I put this? Where did I put my stuff? There we go. Alright, you will not be able to see it, but I'm going to read it out loud. Are you going to do more work with Inkslip? I hope so. It's actually been a while since they hired me. But I do hope that they are going to hire me again. In case it wasn't obvious, they usually hire me if they need like Samurai-inspired music, because apparently it has been collectively agreed on that I'm one of the best who can in replicating the Omega 3 style, which I'm really happy about, to be honest. Is Ricci one of them? No, but you know some of the names from Ricci's server, or my server too, actually. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you. Let's go through them one by one, I'd say. Like, I know that. Let me actually think before I start showing them. Where can you find them? Their name is usually something like this. C major, or Splat Band scene. That's basically, like I said, 100 people or so collaborating on fan-made Splatoon music. And not just music, of course, it's a magazine, so the main focus is actually not even music, it's graphics, it's art, since it's a magazine. But we do intend to include like a mini kind of vinyl with 8 songs on it. From 7 different people, because one person is crazy and they decided to actually contribute 2 tunes. This is part of Omega 3. Do I look like fish to you? Maybe a little bit, to be honest. Crazy? Oh, I said the C word again. Okay. To be honest, I'm gonna show you the first 5 seconds of every single one of those songs. Like, I know that the teasers and stuff like that are already have already gone live on social media and stuff like that. You're quite fishy, yeah, that's fair. So I think it should be fine if I actually tease every like 5 seconds of each of the songs. If you're interested in actually joining that community, or just if you're interested in that magazine, look up C major, sometimes it's combined, or Splat Benzene. You can find that everywhere, I think, like Twitter, but fuck Twitter, to be honest. If you're still on Twitter, you should delete your account soon. Blue Sky, of course. I think Tumblr, YouTube. It's basically everywhere. Before I show that, let me actually check. I don't want to do anything wrong, of course. I think they already teased their song, so it should be fine to show you 5 seconds of each song. Something like that. Is that the Discord server I directed you towards? That's a different one, actually. The one that you directed me towards was the Splat app server or something like that, right? That's a different kind of server, but yeah, I'm also on that server. You've never had a Twitter account? That's good, to be honest. Anyway, welcome 4467. I still don't know what to call you, so I will keep calling you 4467 for the rest of time. If you like that, like the stream or something like that. I don't know. Chris is definitely secretly the faithful servant of the true Salmon Emperor Hizunamasu. Yeah, that's me, I guess. Okay, let me quickly pause the Revita music, and I'm gonna show you the first, I'd say 5, 6, 7 seconds, something like that. The first song is actually a collaboration between Paruquero, who has made like 4 or 5 Splatoon remixes so far, and all of them are actually really freaking high quality. And Takoyaki 8, a collaboration between these two. And I'm gonna show you the first 5 seconds or so. We gotta check if it actually works. Hold on, we need the media player thingy again. And the crazy thing about that to me is the band that they were trying to replicate is actually Sashimori. And in all honesty, this is probably my favorite fan-made Splatoon tune I've ever heard in over the past two years or something like that. It's just so freaking good. I'm just gonna show you the first 5 seconds or so. Okay, that's all that you get. First of all, Chad, you need to tell me if you actually heard it, of course. I think you should have heard it. Did you hear it? Can you hear me? Chad, can you hear me? Help! We did. Okay, nice. So yeah, collaboration between Parukero and Takoyaki. And they are trying to replicate Sashimori. And that song is insane. Like, this is just the intro, but this song is actually insane. That sure was a guitar that was guitaring. It was guitaring hard. Okay, second song. Hold on, why are you going full screen? Not full screen. The second song is by 2Foxter, who's actually also one of the main composers for Inkslip. And they have tried to replicate the band Despair. I'm just going to show you random 5 seconds from the middle of the song or something like that. Okay, there we go. A little longer. Okay, that's all that you get for that. It's actually amazing to me how high quality all of those 8 contributions are. Like, it's not that the first tune is the best and the eighth tune is the worst or something like that. DisOmikron reference, Christoph Jakob reference. Yeah, that's me. That's this dude. It's the brain that's sitting in here. That's Christoph Jakob. I'm just a vessel. But yeah, this sounds absolutely amazing to me as well. Despair. Song number 3 is by a composer who I actually did not know yet. Their name is Krobonil. And this person has tried to replicate Ink Theory. And I'm also going to show you like 5 to 10 seconds again. Sounds like this. Let's go into the middle somewhere, maybe. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I really can't show you too much. But a couple of teasers should be alright. The 4th song is by someone that someone chat should know. It's by Hummus and Man, who you should know from my Origi server. And he was trying to actually write a free association tune. So basically side order music. Original side order music. That's fucking spot on. All of that is, to be honest. So side order music. I'm going to show you the intro because the intro is one of my favorite parts, actually. Okay. Like I said, all of them are really, really high quality. Song number 5 is by someone who goes by the name Christoph. Yeah, I can't read that name, but I'm pretty sure he's an amazing composer. No, the 5th tune is actually by me, and it's you. Yes, of course, it's me. And I was trying to write an original Yoko and the Gold Bazookas tune. Korstiv Jobak. Dumbass. It's you, dumbass. Yes. New side order mode, Rainmaker with a tune. Vessel Hollow Knight reference. I love Hollow Knight. I can't wait for Hollow Knight Silksong to be out in 2037, so we can actually stream that. So, I'm also going to show you the first 5 seconds or so of my tune. Yoko and the Gold Bazookas. Okay. Number 6 is the second tune by Two Foxter, and they have once again written another despair song. Which sounds something like, I'm just gonna start in the middle again. Which sounds like this. Absolutely amazing. Like, I'm such a fan of all of these. And one thing I'd like to say before I show the final 2 tunes, I love your Yoko covers, you're really good at this stuff. Thank you so much. Maybe I should write an entire EP or album or something like that, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Did my camera freeze? No, it didn't. Did it? I hope my camera didn't freeze. I hope it's only the preview window on YouTube that froze, but what's going on here? Let me actually close YouTube Studio real quick. And I'm gonna open it again. I think YouTube Studio crashed for me for some reason. Whoops. Why does this keep happening? Hey Dragon Apple, how's it going? Okay, I'm still live, that's good. Why does it... Dragon Apple, how's it going? Okay, nice. Perfect. Camera scared. I don't know what happened, but you wrote a message and for some reason the YouTube Studio just decided to go... decided to go boom for some reason. But yeah, why are these so good? We've been working on them for like 8 months or something like that. We were all hired in quotation marks. Like, none of us are actually really or I don't think that anyone is actually going to make money. Like, it's going to a good cause, basically. Ah! What happened? I'm gonna read that out in a second. We're basically donating the money. It's going to a good cause. But all of us are just amazing musicians, and we combined our efforts. That's the thing. What I really liked is that the scene people decided that, they asked me if I'd like to be the moderator of this entire thing. So a bunch of the final detail stuff and audio quality stuff in all of the songs is thanks to me to a degree. I have to say that the Sashimori tune in particular has already been so freaking good sounding that there was not really that much that I could improve on. So maybe like 1 or 2%. But for some other tunes, I was probably able to make it sound like 10 to 20% better than it was before. And for Kai Collar's song that we're gonna listen to next, I also recorded the bass live, actually. And for the final song that we're gonna listen to, I did the entire mixing. And both of the songs that are still missing right now, both Kai's tune and the final one is actually by Tronix, are from bands where I think there hasn't been a single fan-made tune in the entire internet so far. But now there are, both of them. Because Kai, let's start with his contribution. Kai, featuring me on bass, was trying to replicate H2O. And I would just like to say that it's freaking difficult to replicate their style. I always thought H2O is good, but not that super, that super special or anything like that. But it's actually really hard to replicate their style. So song number 7, H2O by Kai Collas, sounds something like this. That's all that you get, as always. And the final tune is actually by Tronix, and believe it or not, including the vocals, she was trying, and in my opinion, successfully trying to replicate an Off the Hook song, a fan-made Off the Hook song. And it baffles me just how freaking good that sounds. I'm gonna show you part of the middle or so, maybe. Like 10 seconds max. Sounds like this. Okay, that was more like 12 minutes? That wasn't 12 minutes, Jesus Christ. That was more like 12 seconds, but still. I hope you're looking forward to this entire project. It's been a bunch of fun working on all these songs. Like, working on one song and doing the mastering on all the other songs. I don't want this to sound like I did all the songs. I did not, of course. I was only working on my song, and I was contributing a little bit to Kai's song and also Tronix's song. And apart from that, I just gave feedback and did the mastering. So yeah, this is one thing that I wanted to show you all. You can expect that. You can actually pre-order it already, the magazine. I have to admit that I don't have a link whatsoever, so you need to figure out yourself how to find it. C major or splat bands scene. You can find that though. Okay, welcome back to streaming activities, Chris. I hope you enjoyed your vacation. Your last 2 Meep song was fire. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the 8 months, by the way, Metal. Hyper, for you it was 9 months, I think, right? Can't believe that it's been 9 months since I started streaming regularly on this channel. And since you're mentioning 2 Meeps, let's talk about 2 Meeps a little. Should we not? Everyone will be paid an exposure. To a degree as well, yeah. Like, they gave you the option to actually get paid or also just give it to charity. And I'm just assuming that most people decided to go and do the charity thing instead. Time really flies. Hey, it's flying away. Get it back here. Time is all the way up there. Update number 2 out of probably like 6 topics or something like that I'd like to talk about is 2 Meeps. If you're like, who or what is 2 Meeps? What are you talking about? Then I must really suck at marketing. Because, like Metal said, 2 Meeps is a band consisting of just me and Tronix. We have worked on Revita before, actually. Like, she contributed vocals to 2 of the songs. And even did some voice acting. Like, if you've ever wondered who voiced Mother in that game, it was actually Trois. That's why we keep calling her Mummy Trois. What's 2 Meeps? What if I beat you up, Kelly? Now, we've actually also collaborated on the Hip Campus songs for Splash 1. And both the Hip Campus and the Ikari songs on Splash 2. And after a while, it just felt like the right move to start a band, to be honest. And just 2 days ago, we actually released our second single, which is probably our most personal and intimate song. Like, before I show you that song, I need to say that there's probably 100 different ways to interpret the lyrics. That's also what I like so much in particular. Like about our music in general, it's not super on the nose what's being talked about most of the time. It's up to your own interpretation, all of those really nice lyrics. Like, probably 97% of the lyrics have been written by Trois, or 95. I only contributed like a couple of lines in some of the songs. I think I've only contributed 3 or 4 lines in 2 songs, and that's it. Apart from that, Trois is basically doing all the lyrics, all the lyric work. 2 Meeps, more like 2 great artists. I guess. Thank you. But yeah, 2 Meeps is a song. 2 Meeps is our second song is called Why, and it's actually a song about shame, I'd say, to a degree, or more like it's a combination of different emotions that trigger shame, like shame, rejection, or being in. How do I put this into words? I don't know if I'll watch the content, but I'll sub to help you. Hope you have a great time on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much. It's about shame, like I said, specifically about rejection or the fear of rejection. And one part is sung by me, one part is sung by her. Why is my camera bugging again? What are you doing, camera? Camera! Oh no, I'm dropping frames. That's the issue. Okay, why are we dropping frames? Let me pick up the frames real quick. There they are. I found the frames. Oh, what is that? Join the program. Oh, thank you so much. Did someone just decide to... did someone just decide to turn into a member of the channel membership? Or what happened there? I got a notification, but no sound. Refreshing seemed to help. Yeah, for some reason it works again now. The frames are dying. And that even though Otto's probably not even here. Alcoholism? No. Okay. We can mute this and this. You should be able to hear this, and you should also be able to see this. Hold on. Let's actually go here. Bloop! There we go. I hear some sound. What's that sound that I'm hearing? 1 second. Okay, I'm just imagining things. This is our second song. We've already written more than 10 songs, and I really hope that you're gonna like this. And if you do, you should totally consider going over there and liking and commenting. Since we're such a new channel and such a new band, it's actually insanely difficult to get noticed by the algorithm. So every single little bit helps, like liking the video, liking comments, writing a comment, even writing a stupid, funny joke or a hate comment if you don't like it. All of that helps, to be honest. You're going senile, perhaps? Yeah, a little bit maybe. Exclamation mark meep. So you can and subscribing, of course. Yeah, subscribing helps us as well, of course. I have to admit that I don't know what helps us the most. It's probably just spreading the word or just showing some sort of interaction. So yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Otherwise, I'm gonna blow us all up. Okay. That being said, the song is called Why. It includes a visualizer and some nice, a nice drawing by Trois.
I've had to hide some part of me when no prying eyes could see. I've had to lock it, sink it, and throw away the key. Cast it off into the depths of the unrelenting sea. I don't understand, why do I feel this way? I've had to retreat back into the inner darkness that no one could see. Every time the light cast its spell and shone right.
It's basically a sad song, but it's disguised as a happy and joyful song.
After all these years, sharing my heart still brings me to tears. I don't understand, why do I feel
Okay, chat, listen to the bass. I went crazy in this song.
Tell me why. Must we hide the things that make us who we are?
I've had to hide a part of me that carried with me since I was young.
It's completely different than our first single, right? Like, this is more mainstream in a way. But I don't mean that in a bad way, though.
Tell me why.
I'm gonna read your comments once the song is over.
Must we hide the things that make us who we are?
By the way, every single instrument has been played live. It shows me my own song here for my second channel. More on that later. Don't show them this. What are you doing? Hold on. There we go. Back to this. Okay. Let's continue with the Revita music. And now... hate comment to support Chris. Hate comment to support Chris, that's... absolutely, that's actually interesting. Exclamation mark meep. So if you like what you hear, honestly, I have no idea how to... like, I've been looking into marketing and like just self-promoting, getting the word out there, and it seems like almost nothing works. Like, even though it's only been 2 months, I don't even feel like posting on Instagram anymore because we didn't get a single follower in like 2 months. On TikTok, I think we got like 30 followers, which is also quite disappointing, to be honest. Better than nothing, though, so that's that at least. On YouTube, it's all right. We got 137 subscribers now, I think, so that's definitely not that bad. On Spotify, no idea how to get people to listen to our music on streaming sites. On Spotify, we got like 15 monthly listeners. 15, so 1-5, which is not that much. Like, we were expecting a couple of hundreds. Like, after 2 months, I think that's not that unrealistic to expect like roughly 100 or 200 monthly listeners, but we have 15. We must have failed somewhere. Marketing, self-promoting, and stuff like that is just so freaking difficult. Our first song, to be completely honest, I'm Afraid, was also not the most marketable song, if that makes sense. Like, the theme behind it was very, very close to the current political events and whatnot. But musically, it was probably just a little bit too special, if that makes sense. Whereas this single, and also the third single, which is going to come out somewhat soon, by somewhat soon I mean in a couple of weeks, they are much more mainstream in a way. Like, I'm Afraid, we didn't even really figure out what music genre that is, I'm Afraid. Whereas the song we just listened to now, Why, you can quite clearly say that it's pop rock. Pop rock with some funk or reggae elements even. Maybe reach out to a local radio. We actually want to do that at some point. You're all... Why do I have hair in my mouth? You're all 15 listeners? Dang. I'm Afraid is your debut song, our first one. It was the second one technically, but the first one from our upcoming album, yeah. Sounds good, you should listen again. Thank you, this sounds great. You have to admit it's the first time you hear it in full, but you two knocked it out of the park. Thank you. Honestly, it's the kind of song that you listen for the first time and you're like, it's alright. But if you listen to it again and again and again, it kind of gets better and better. I'm not even kidding. Our third single is like that as well. You will probably listen to that and think, wow, that actually wasn't even all that great. But if you keep coming back and listening to it a second, a third, a fourth time, you will realize it's actually really interesting. But more on that sometime later this year. It kind of gives beach day depression vibes, which is a good thing. Yeah, like I said, the theming behind Why is actually it's one of the saddest songs we have, written by Trois, the initial idea on piano and much slower. And I've had the idea to just turn this into an upbeat rock funk or funk rock reggae kind of song. And to be honest, I think we succeeded. And I also have to say that Why is probably in my top 3 on this entire album. Like, the album is going to have 10 songs, and I would probably put this on number 3, whereas I'm Afraid is probably my least favorite on the entire album. I know it's one of Trois' favorites, but I think for me personally, I'm Afraid it might actually be my number 10. Which doesn't mean it's bad by any means. I mean, we decided to turn it into a single. But it's just we have so many other songs that are great, in my opinion. Like, songs that are more... that I can relate to more, if that makes sense, either. Or that's just something that I like listening to more. There's a lot of Splatoon music you used to dislike, actually. Oh, same, to be honest. Like, I used to think Bottom Feeders, for example, are like, eh. And Bottom Feeders are really, really good. I'm Afraid. You sort of like I'm Afraid better? Oh, you do. Interesting. Like, to be honest, you can't really compare those two songs. I'm Afraid is like psychedelic pop rock, or not even rock. Like, there are no guitars in there. Psychedelic pop, if that is even a music genre, I'm not even quite sure. And the new one is pop rock. It's number 10 because one of them has to be the last. Basically, yeah, one of them has to be last. And I mean, on the third single, that's one thing I can tell you all in chat already. Our third single will be Trois actually rapping. And it sounds amazing. So you're going to have to look forward to that. You have to look forward to that. Otherwise... Okay, someone is going to clip that. I know that. Pioneers in music, 2 meeps. Oh yeah, the Bear With Me in question. I don't like Bear With Me, to be completely honest. I think that's my most watched video on this channel. And I think the final phase is okay, but I don't listen to it standalone. I don't listen to any of the phases standalone. What if I look sideways to that? Instead of forward? Wow, that's a Chris kind of horrible. That's a Chris kind of horrible pun, Baba. I think I'm rubbing off on you already. How do you notice that you're watching my stuff too often, or hanging out in Christoph Jakob's streams too often? You start making horrible puns, or you start yelling, and while you're still yelling, without making a pause whatsoever, you go back to what you were initially saying. Like, oh, okay, anyway, let's move on. That's something I do all the time. I mean, you've all seen the streams when I'm yelling like a maniac. When I'm yelling like a maniac in a Monkeybot stream or something like that, and then I just continue speaking normally because that's just super funny, to be honest. You love Anomaly Showdown? Anomaly Showdown is still the better name in my opinion. Like, it's a fan-made name, kind of like Chaos Carnival, but yeah. You love Bear With Me just because you love completely stupid put-together music. I get that, but Bear With Me is too much. That's what I think. I think Bear With Me is... It's 2 time signatures at the same time, if I remember correctly. It's 4/4 and 31/32. And those 2 time signatures are playing at the same time, so the tune gets more and more offbeat. And only after a while, probably after 32 bars, it's actually back to normal again. Which is super creative and super interesting, but it just sounds awful. To me, at least. It just sounds awful. You did horrible puns before, so did I watch Chris before starting to watch Chris? Yes. What if you are actually Chris? Kelly, I think you're Chris, actually. You joined late to the Grand Run Scream and you were screaming like stream. I was screaming like road? Huh? You just gotta bear with it and then it's great. Hyper, what if I blow everything up? Do you want me to blow everything up? You and your horrible puns? Do you really want everything to explode? Yeah. Toad. What if the real Chris is the bad puns we made along the way? I'm actually the personification of bad puns. I'm not even an actual person. Like, whenever someone makes a really horrible pun, I grow in strength. What the fuck am I talking about? Honestly, that's... I should come up with a new Shirt Chris version where that is the entire premise, to be honest. Like, you feed this dude with bad puns and then he gets powerful. Where's Purple Shirt Chris? Purple Shirt Chris doesn't exist, but in the last reaction video that I did before I uploaded the 2 music videos and then went on vacation, I actually introduced Pink Shirt Chris. I'm not even sure how many in chat know about that, but Pink Shirt Chris is a thing. And there's actually going to be another new version of a Chris somewhat soon. Dum dum dum. Gone insane, he always was. Do I look insane to you? I can't tell you how often I've made a joke like that before. Like, if someone calls me crazy or insane, I go like, crazy? Do I sound crazy to you? Or something like that, because that's always gonna be funny. Look insane? Yes, a little bit maybe. I mean, I'm a composer. I need to be a little bit insane. The CCU, the Chris Cinematic Universe. It's actually the CCTV. It's the CCTV. The Chris Cinematic T? Why T? T doesn't make any sense. I wanted to say S, actually. CCS. The Christoph Cinematic Shirtiverse. It's not a universe, it's a Shirtiverse, of course. And look what's right next to me, Chad. What have I done to Yellow Shirt Chris? Maybe I killed him. We will never figure out. But yeah, the CCU, the SCU, Shirt Chris universe. Petition for Bad Pun Chris to be purple. Bad Pun Chris. He only shows up to make really horrible puns and bad jokes, but I mean, that's just me in general. Regardless of what kind of shirt I'm wearing. Just straight up Thanos or something? Nuh-uh. The planets are made of shirts? Exactly. The planets are made of shirts. Yeah, exactly. So, chat. I'm actually curious. Since I've been on a vacation in the UK for almost 2 weeks, is there anything you'd like to know? Like, I'm not particularly good at just starting to talk about a vacation. I feel like I need... It works much better if you want me to tell a specific story, or how this and that site was like, or how it was like to meet up with Trois and sleeping on the floor, which I actually did, but I wanted to do that. That would be the CJCS, the Christoph Jakob Cinematic Shirtiverse. CJCS, exactly. Chris, why do you spread Nutella? Maybe it's tired. I don't even eat Nutella. Like, I eat a specific kind of Nutella that's not actually Nutella because there's soy in it. So I eat a cheaper knockoff, which also tastes much better, to be honest. The favorite place you died? Okay, I died after... Let me think. The first time I died in this vacation was a couple of minutes after I actually entered Trois' home. I put my suitcase down and I just collapsed all over my stuff. And I died a horrible death. and of course, as always, as chances will, Trois actually took a photo of that. I don't have it here and can show it to you, but who kept killing you? It was probably me, to be honest. I think my favorite part where I died was actually one of the last days in London, next to some sort of general or something like that. I forgot his name, to be honest. So some sort of World War or World War II. I didn't even remember that. Some dude who did something, and I died right next to the statue because I don't know how many of you actually read what it said in the background, because that's part of the actual joke. It's not just that I was lying there dead, but I was lying next to a sign that said Master of Strategy. And I found that so funny. Funny? I found it so funny that I just had to die there. And I knew, since this was in the middle of London, it was actually fairly close to the Big Ben, which a lot of you have probably heard before. There were a lot of people walking back and forth, so it was a little bit embarrassing, but I just had to die there. Sorry, sometimes you just see a spot in nature and you're like, this is where I want to die. You need to take a photo. And if you don't have that feeling, then you might actually be a normal person. Anyway, what did you do during vacation? What was the funniest moment? One of the funniest moments is actually a very, very random thing that happened. Pretty late at night, I think. I was getting ready to sleep. Like I said before, I was sleeping on the floor, more or less, with a bunch of pillows, a bunch of blankets and stuff like that. I was simply too tall to sleep on the couch, and personally, I can't sleep when there's not enough space, when I can't even stretch or something like that. So I decided to just sleep on the floor in that in the one room. And I don't remember which day exactly it was, probably the third or fourth day. I was talking to Trois about personal stuff that we're not going to get into right now, but at some point, Trois said she doesn't want anyone to get hurt. And that very moment, she accidentally dropped her phone, and I was already lying in my bed on the floor, and her phone dropped right into my face. And to be honest, she was feeling sorry at first, but I just had to laugh because this was peak comedic timing. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Bam! The phone just drops right into my face. That was so funny. This is where I want to die. You need to take a photo. Yeah, that's a normal thing to ask friends and family, right? No, like the fact that she didn't just drop it, but it dropped right into my face. And a couple of seconds after she said exactly that sentence, it's like this was bound to happen. I don't really believe in like greater things, greater force or whatnot out there, but it's moments like that where I'm like, okay, this was like the timing was too good to be true. The stars aligned, as people like to say. Absolute cinema, yeah, absolutely. I know that's a very, very random thing, but that was probably one of my most fun, one of the most funny parts. And another, like, I don't want to spoil too much, but there will be a music video for Why, but there will also be a music video for our third single. And most of that, or not most, but a huge part of that music video is actually going to take place on a playground. Believe it or not, I'm 31, Trois is 33, if I'm not mistaken. And we were two adults, even before we started filming and after we stopped filming. We just hung out on a playground, on a public playground, and we were doing things that like 10 or 12-year-olds do. And we've had so much fun. So much fun, like playing a game of tag and chasing each other. And what do you even call that? What do you call this thing again? Like oh my gosh, I'm missing vocabulary on playgrounds. What do you call that? That's not what you call that. Zipline, I guess? Zipline? Like, there was a pretty long zip line on the playground, and we were just having so much fun there. Chris, are you drinking vodka, or what is that? That's just Spezi. That's basically just Coke, more or less. Unleashing your inner child. To a degree. Like, to be honest, I'm missing all the vocabulary on a playground. Like, apart from slide and stuff like that, I know that, thanks to Mario games. But I don't know what you call any of these attractions. God dang. Like zipline is something I just looked up, and like nets where you can climb and stuff like that. That was so much fun. I'm Christian and convinced that God has a sense of humor. I mean, technically, I'm also Christian, but I still want to actually get out of church permanently. I've been wanting to do that for years, but I still haven't done that. Swings are always fire. I actually refuse to use swings. Or like, it depends on the swing. Not swing. No, wait, I'm confusing something. Swings are fine, of course. There was only one swing on the playground which had a gigantic, like, tire at the bottom where you can sit on. Not a normal swing that everyone knows, but it was a huge swing with a huge tire. No, but one thing I do not set foot on is, I don't know what you call that, but it's basically round. There's a bunch of grids or grips to hold onto, and this entire thing can spin. And for personal reasons, I will not use anything in my life that can turn in circles, because and I kid you not, I am getting nausea so freaking quickly from spinning. In all honesty, I think if I turn in a circle twice, I might just throw up. That's how bad it is for me. But that might just be that might actually be the one of the traumas that I have from childhood. I'm not even sure if I ever mentioned that story, chat. Story time with Gramps, chat, about a childhood trauma, yes or no? Christopton? Swings are on fire? Tire, not fire. A swing that's on fire sounds super interesting, though. Look at the platypus. No serious person could have made this up. Yay, story time with Grams. Hey chat, go, yay, story time with Grams if you like to hear stories. Now, I think I might have told that story before. Like, it's not super bad whatsoever. It's just something that has probably damaged me permanently, and I'm not even kidding. Swing on Fire, Playground Extreme Edition. I mean, to be honest, that sounds so crazy again that I'd try it again. Oh gosh, I said the C word. Whoops. That thing where you push the thing in the middle. Exactly. That thing where you push the thing in the middle and then it spins. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Now, the thing is, when I was 9 or 10, roughly, let me think. I think I was 9. I went with my family to a huge amusement park. This was, I think, the only time in my entire life that I've been to a huge amusement parks. I'm not talking about like super small local ones where you can also buy popcorn and stuff like that. I'm talking about actually huge amusement parks with attractions like roller coasters and free fall towers and all that kind of stuff. I've only been to one once in my life. Hi, Grams. Hi, Kelly. And when I was 9, I really wanted to go aboard that one roller coaster because I thought, this looks so much fun. Like, people are screaming, but even though I didn't have a word for adrenaline when I was 9, because of course I didn't. I was 9. I was dumb like shit. But I just wanted to know what that's like to be on a roller coaster. I think it even had a looping. If I remember correctly, I was too young to actually go into that roller coaster because you needed to be like 12 or something like that. I don't want to lie, but I think you needed to be older, so I could not actually go into that roller coaster. But there was a second roller coaster available without a looping that's made specifically for children. You threw up? I did not throw up, no. It was specifically made for children, so I thought, yeah, why not? Let's actually try this out. So, I think me and my brother back then, I think we were the only two who actually got into that roller coaster. It had a bit of a, if I'm not completely mistaken, I think it had a bit of an 8 shape, like a lying 8, almost like an infinite symbol. No, this is not a reference to me potentially being autistic, but maybe it is, who knows. It had a bit of an 8 shape. But one thing that I... Sorry, 1 second. Fuck! Okay, one thing that I did not know back then is not only was it moving in this 8 shape fairly quickly, but the seats themselves were also spinning. No one told me that. No one told me that the seats were also spinning. Had I known that the seats themselves are also spinning like crazy in the same direction over and over, I never would have set foot into that stupid roller coaster thingy. I did not know that though. And instead of going like 1 lap or 2, 1 lap roller coaster gives you autism. Maybe. Nah, instead of driving 1 or 2 laps, I think that's, I don't remember correctly, but I think it was like 5, 6, 7 laps until that goddamn thing finally stopped. And I kid you not, I was feeling so dizzy after that. Like, you probably all know that feeling when you're really dizzy, or when you've done something that makes you dizzy. It can be different causes, of course, but you all know that feeling. Usually that goes away in like, for some people it's like 10 minutes. For other people it's like an hour, and for some more severe cases you might actually need some medication, or you need to lay down and sleep or rest for a couple of days to get over that. I think I never actually got over that. Like, I feel like I'm a little bit scared of spinning things, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that's an actual phobia. But whenever I'm not in control somewhere and something is spinning, I instantly start to panic. I've noticed that during my vacation twice as well in the UK, by the way. One time it was a roundabout. In case you've never been to the United Kingdom, there's a roundabout every kilometer or something like that. Roundabouts are freaking everywhere. And whenever I'm not driving myself and someone is going through a roundabout, I instantly have to feel like I need to throw up any second. And the second thing was actually the flight that got me to the United Kingdom, because while we departed on time, we did not get landing permission instantly, apparently. So the plane had to stay in the air longer than expected. And what did it do? It just like flew an extra lap, so to speak. It just flew an extra circle, a complete extra circle. And after I landed, I was feeling so dizzy and so nauseous again that I could not feel my hands for more than an entire hour. And it took me probably until Monday, like so two entire days, just to get over this. But yeah, for a lot of people, it's like getting the spins. This feeling of dizziness is something that goes away again after a couple of minutes or something like that. For me, it's a fear or something like that more than anything. And it all stems from this roller coaster that I was talking about. That's where the seats were spinning themselves, and for some reason that stupid roller coaster did not stop. I think I was even yelling like a maniac as a child because I wanted to get out of there. I wanted to get out of there, but nope, it just kept going and kept going and kept going for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. And if you're in a situation that's horrible for you, 10 minutes can be a really long time. Really, really long time. And the thing I wanted to say is I think it took me several months to be able to actually sleep normally as a child. Because whenever I actually lay flat on the floor, not on the floor, when I lay down flat somewhere, like just to rest or if I wanted to sleep, I always had this feeling of something is spinning while I was a child for months, if not even years. And like I said, I think I never actually got over that. I'm genuinely scared of being in a situation where something is spinning and I'm not in control. That's one of the worst things I could think of. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Trois. I've already told them about the fact that you dropped your phone into my face, which was perfect comedic timing. Autism is something which results from different brain developments even before birth. I mean, I still do know that I have it though, because I know that two people from my dad's side have it. So since it's genetical to a degree, it just makes sense that I have it. Mommy Trois is here. Yeah, the phone story was just so funny. Also, welcome Ian, by the way. And did I miss anyone else? Welcome Copy Cannon. Even though you've been here for 30 minutes already, I think I never said hello. Random Shadow as well, of course. And did I miss anyone? I don't think so. If I did, then sorry, but yeah. Yeah, I've basically just shared with chat. What? No, I've just shared with chat how much I hate. How much I hate like rotations. That's a good way to put it. I hate rotations, especially when I'm not being in control while something's rotating. No, you're not shit. That was just a typo. That was just a typo, in real life typo from my mouth. Please check above in the chat. What did you call us? No, I did not call you. I accidentally said shit. I wanted to say chat though. Missed these streams, so I'm glad you are back. Yeah, thank you so much. And like I said before, I've had a lot of fun. Mostly, there were a couple of moments that I really, really, really did not like, though. Like, how do I tell you about? How do I tell you about the condition of the last apartment that we booked in London without actually breaking YouTube's community guidelines? How do I do that? How do I do that? I think me hinting at that should already be information enough. Just how shabby our final apartment in London was. Like, we've had not even a hotel. It was a small apartment. It was actually marketed as a luxury apartment or something like that. Luxurious or however you pronounce that adjective. Apartment, luxury apartment. And one of the first things we saw was you go into the main living room, if you so will. There was a huge sofa, and without going into detail, that sofa was dark gray, and there were white spots all over that sofa. I will not elaborate, but that's absolutely disgusting, and that was not even the worst thing about the apartment. That's how bad the apartment was. Holy. Sorry, Chris, I gotta smite you now for misbehaving. Yeah, probably. YouTube is not playing ball. Trying to get messages loading. Yeah, like, I think London might actually have been the most dirty place I've ever been in my entire life, which is not that surprising. If you, I mean, there are 10.5 million people living in London. As a reference, 10.5 million people live in London. I've been living in a small village for my entire life that does not even have 1,000 inhabitants. With a UV light, it would have been a glow-in-the-dark apartment. Ah, hyper! Fuck! Ah, no! Yeah, probably. The white spots were definitely human-made. Yeah, that's the thing. But like I said, it's hard to talk about. This is only one of 3 things that were absolutely disgusting. But I don't know how to talk about any of that without actually risking like a strike or something like that on YouTube, or or the stream getting listed as an 18+ stream or something like that, which I do not want to. So let's not go into more detail. This apartment was just complete ass, and I think we gave it the worst possible rating in the internet. Like, holy dang. What a great conversation. Can't wait to forget about it. Yeah, exactly. Giving a response, I'm right on the money. Yeah. Don't risk it. This is extremely concerning, yes. Like, I assume that not all apartments are like that. We've just had... I almost said luck. Ugh, no! We've just had bad luck. Like, really, really bad luck. By the way, Troy, we've already listened to our new single here on stream. Why? Do I actually have an exclamation mark for my second channel? Like exclamation mark second or something like that? I do! Because another thing I'd like to talk to you. Another thing I'd like to talk... What are you doing, mouth? Or brain? Another thing that I'd like to talk about with you, is my second channel. In case you're like, huh? Second channel? Chris has a second channel? I didn't even know about that. Basically, my second channel used to be my gaming channel, and I've decided to upload all of my soundtracks and all of my original music on there. We're not even halfway done, but if you'd if you'd like to stay up to date with original music and only original music, you should consider subscribing to my second channel, DisOmikron CJ, or basically just look up Christoph Jakob music. You should be able to find it as well. It's basically green shirt Chris drawn by Regi. That's the profile picture. You're too disgusted to speak. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow! Exclamation mark! Wow, 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 wow! The last soundtrack that I uploaded on there was Tightrope Theater. And just so you know what's still missing, or what's still what you can expect until fall, I guess, basically. I still need to upload the Legends of Mathematica soundtrack, which is 31 videos actually. So one entire month will just be that. I still need to upload. You can hear it right now, unless I've muted it. I've muted the music! No, I've had the Revita music on mute for the past 30 minutes. Oh no, I'm so stupid, god dang. Okay, you should be able to hear it again now though. I'm so sorry. Oh no! Oh, so stupid. But anyway, what did I want to say? Revita is still missing on the second channel, which is 57 videos, I think. And I still actually need to prepare them. I also still want to upload Splash 2, Stella, and Reignite. So my 4 biggest personal projects over there. You're hearing it now finally. He finally noticed. Oh, Ma, you could have said something, Hyper. What if I blow us all up? Chris, you acted like muting the music is someone dying. Chill, it's okay. What if I brow you up? Exactly. What if I beat you up? Okay, Chad, I think I'm gonna beat you up now. Bonk. I didn't tell you because I wanted to know how long it would take. Ah, man! I mean, it's funny though. Take the piss of Jakob, basically. I attempted to tune in from my phone en route. The backup phone, your Pixel 7 got bricked, as you recall. I recall, yeah. For some reason, it just decided to die. And your backup phone crashed twice. F. You'd need a poo noodle by your side. Give me a second. All right. What the heck, man? That hurt. Hold on. There we go. Kisses of Jakob. I'd like to show you a friend of mine. No, not a friend of mine. I'd like to show you my noodle now. It's about time. There we go. Now you may be wondering, ha ha ha. Look, it's red shirt Chris and he has a red poo noodle. Does that mean there's also a green poo noodle, a blue poo noodle and a yellow poo noodle and stuff like that? And the answer is actually yes. I actually have several different poo noodles in different colors. I don't even know what to do with them. I'm gonna beat you up now. There you go. That's what you get, and now I'm gonna blow you up. That being said, where were we? Should I wear a different shirt color if you are wielding a red poo noodle? Yes. We need to, like, color... There's a word for that. Color align? Color adjust? Color... Co-color? There's a word for that. The 7 human poo noodles. The 7 chaos poo noodles. And of course there's also the master poo noodle that rules over the 7 chaos poo noodles, of course. Hey Sneaky, how's it going? Color code? Color coordinate! Oh, I think that's it. We need to color coordinate. Yes, and I have all of them in my storage room. You too? Can I eat it? What if I beat you up? What if I beat you up? What if I actually stab you? Oh! Whoops! Well, okay. That was funny. I destroyed my setup for a second. Okay. You died. Chat. Yeah, that was basically chat dying. Chat going like, I win. We're gonna start drawing on your... how do you actually pronounce that? I think in German we say cajon. I think in German we say cajon to the thing. So we pronounce it in a very Spanish way. As you can see, Chris is not crazy. Would a crazy person have a red poo noodle and a stick of dynamite in their hands while streaming? Obviously no. The J's and H. Cajon? Yeah, kinda like cajon, something like that. Cajun! Very English pronunciation. You speak German? Drawing your Macron? Your cajon? Anyway, the music is distracting me. Another thing I wanted to talk about with you real quick is... How many of you noticed that my background is actually different? Like... I'm going to show you something. I can't get the thing out. F. The cable is not long enough, but... Dum 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 dum. Come on, camera. Of course the gambling music is distracting. Of course it is. It's gambling music. German is your first language and you have zero clue about Kajon. That's a very German pronunciation. But yeah, the thing is, I guess that's more of a channel update, kind of. Where's the camera? Why is the camera not pointing at me? There we go. Channel update-ish. But I no longer live together with other people here. So this entire space, in case you didn't know, I was basically living my entire life more or less in just one single room, like excluding kitchen and bathroom, of course. Now I have so much more room just for myself. And that's one of the main reasons why I haven't streamed that much, and also why I haven't made that many videos lately, and why I have been so burned out. Because on top of all the music work, sound effects work, and all these other things that I've been doing this entire time, I also worry about, you know, buying furniture and cutlery and decorating different rooms, because I actually now have 4 entire rooms, or 1, 2, 3. It's actually 5 rooms! 5 rooms, kitchen and a bathroom. So 7 rooms total if you include kitchen and bathroom. I have so much space now, I don't even know what to do with that space. But I thought this might be a good moment or a good opportunity to actually upgrade and update absolutely everything. That includes this room here. Because right behind me, instead of just a random TV, there used to be a TV there. You can see all my, or most of my guitars and electric guitars and basses there, as well as a light, and I can actually switch color of that light, which I find super cool. So whenever I'm recording something as Red Shirt Chris, I think I'm gonna make the background red. Whenever it's Green Shirt Chris, I could just go, bloop. That's not green, hold on. Bloop. Green Shirt Chris in the background, green colors. Or Blue Shirt Chris, bloop. Blue colors. Maybe even Pink Shirt Chris, why not? Oh, that's purple. Where's pink? Oh, that's purple. That is purple. That is pink. Or Yellow Shirt Chris. Why not? And what you can't really see that, sadly. I'm still too stupid to wear headphones. Look what's happening when I'm wearing headphones for too long. Ah! You have recurring nightmares of the London Underground? To be honest, yes. Like, I haven't dreamt of that yet, but I hated London, to be completely honest. Why is everyone saying, "Aw, dang it"? Oh, let's go gambling, okay. And you spent 2 weeks in England. Yeah, that too, of course. And the good thing about my setup, can you not see that? Everything is already set up. So one thing that was really inefficient about, or that probably also contributed to me burning myself out a little bit, because that's mainly why I really needed those 2 weeks of vacation, is because whenever I wanted to record something, let's say bass for example, I had to get a bass first, plug that bass into the cabinet speaker, put the cabinet speaker into a place where I can actually record it, grab a mic, put that mic in front of the speaker, make sure that everything is where it should be, and by that point I already usually lost motivation to record something, because I've already been working for like 10 or 20 minutes just setting everything up. And from now on, everything... I can actually show my face again. From now on, I don't need to do that anymore, because everything is just set up there. You will not be able to hear me for a second, but I'd just like to show you what I mean by that. Everything is set up, excluding the microphone, but you can move the microphone around, and There's even room treatment and stuff like that in the middle of the room and exactly everywhere where I need it. So when I feel like recording bass, for example, I would just do the following without talking. I hope you can see me. Done. In case you're wondering why done. What do you mean by done? By done, I mean the microphone already happens to be right. Can you see that in the background? There, this thingy here. That's the microphone. It's already standing right in front of my bass cab. So I don't need to set anything up. I just need to switch it on and that's it. No more 10 or 20 minutes setting everything up. And in case I'm like, actually no, I don't want to record just bass, I also need to record electric guitar, then all I need to do is this. I don't know if you could see that, but done. Then I basically, I just hit my steps goal, cool. Then I basically just switch one of the plugs and that's it, done. No more setting up. I really think that it's stuff like this that massively contributed to me burning myself out. Like, if your workplace isn't efficient, then you also can't really work that efficiently, if that makes sense. When inspiration hits, you can just sit down. Yeah, exactly! It's a little bit more difficult for acoustic guitar because then I actually have to change the positioning of the mic so that it's higher up. Because when I'm recording acoustic guitar, I'm not laying on the floor, usually. But yeah. Oops. Nice trousers and carpet. What if I beat you up? I just hit the ceiling. Whoops. Bam! Get out of my room! Anyway. And honestly, I think whenever I'm actually recording videos in the future, whenever I was recording videos, I also had to set everything up first. Like, my microphone is always next to me. That doesn't need setting up. My camera, like, my lighting is also permanently. That's actually horrible. All my lighting is now in spots where I just need to turn it on, and that's it. I just wanted to make my workplace as efficient as possible, and I think I actually managed to do that. And the acoustic, one thing I really cared about in this room specifically was the acoustics. Usually I don't care at all about acoustics, but since I will use this room for recording and also mixing music, and I mean streaming and stuff like that, I will just, and gaming, I will do that as well. But since I also needed to record vocals or instruments, the acoustics are important. And I spent weeks and weeks just getting everything set up right. One thing that might look a little weird maybe is that there's a couch standing sideways in the middle of the room. I'm going to show you that for a second. It's not even pointing at a table or something like that. It's just pointed. You just look at three guitars that are hanging on a wall basically. But by putting the what do you even call that? Couch, I guess. By putting the couch exactly there, the room acoustics got like 3 times better. Because it's furniture like that actually absorbs a lot of reverb, and usually when you record instruments, you do not really want reverb all that much. Like, one exception could be drums maybe. I know that there's a lot of reverb on like snare drums and stuff like that, sometimes natural reverb, but yeah. Do you have a pet? Yes, I do have a pet, and her name is Bella. She's a dog. I think I just changed something. I should stop hitting my my camera. But then again, what if I beat you up, chat? Pool noodle. Okay, imagine you have no idea who I am and you're clicking on my stream and you're like, oh wow, I wonder what this kind of I wonder what this guy usually streams, and then you just see him playing with a pool noodle in front of a camera. Welcome to Christoph Jakob, I guess. I don't know how much of this is physical. How much of this physical abuse I can take? Yeah, only a little bit. Only a little bit, like I said. What if I beat the ceiling up? Yep. What did you smoke? Nothing. I had I'm. This is how I usually am, and I'm not even kidding. Like these past, without wanting to exaggerate, but I feel like these past 6 months or something like that, I was completely burned out. I was lacking motivation. I was lacking inspiration. I wasn't really creative or productive. I was just having migraines every second or third day. I was just feeling like shit, basically. Chris, stop waving your noodle around. There's children watching. But I wanna play with my noodle. That being said, perfect music for Chris explaining things. What happened while I was gone? Are we still fighting the camera? Yes. Chris being Chris is always great. Yeah, I agree. Me finally being myself again. And that being said, one final thing I'd like to talk to you. I can't speak English. Come on, Braid. You can do that. One thing I'd like to talk about is what you can actually expect on this channel in the future, apart from the stuff that I've shown you already. In case you've just joined, I've showcased like 5 to 10 seconds of every single one of the C major splat band scene fan-made Splatoon tunes that me and like 7 others have collaborated on. I've shown you the new single that we released for 2 Meeps. I've talked to you about my second channel where I'm going to upload all my original music in the future. I've told you about London. I've told you that the other people who were living here moved out and it's all mine now, which is going to be so great, to be honest. It's also honestly going to be great for my mental health to just have some space, have some I feel like I'm missing something. I'm missing a word. Like I can just people just stop bothering me all the time. Like I don't mean it in such a harsh way, but this feeling of constantly having to be, or like, oh God, I can't even speak anymore. This feeling of constantly having to look after others, and can I do that now or can't I because the others are sleeping there or partying there or blah blah. All of that is gone now. If I feel like recording bass at 2 a.m, I can do that now. If I feel like streaming until 3 a.m, I could do that now, but I will not do that because I'm actually having a somewhat healthy sleep schedule right now. Now you can be yourself all the time. Yeah, basically. A lack of stimulation is so freeing. Yeah, basically. That's what I hope. Please do a lot more Mario Luigi Brothership music. Not entirely sure if I'm gonna do that. Did you mention what a Meep did? Did you mention what a Meep did? Oh, you mean that you dropped your phone into my face? And that no, I also mentioned that we recorded a lot of footage for 2 upcoming 2 Meeps music videos, which I'm really looking forward to. And another thing I'd like to tease, it's actually 2 things. 2 more things I'd like to tease is, I'm actually working on somewhat of a Splash 3, if you so will. It's not actually Splash 3. Living alone is a pleasure, you can confirm that. It's not really a Splash 3, it's like a Splash 2.5 if that makes sense. So what I'm basically trying to say is, I will basically remake 2 bands from Splash and Splash 2. I will not spoiler which ones though, where I feel like I could have done so much better. And I will remake their songs entirely from scratch. Most of it from scratch at least, yeah. But I will also introduce a couple of new bands. So it's kind of like a remake of 4 songs, I think, will be remakes of old songs. And I don't know how big this album is gonna be. Either 10 songs again like the first one, or 12 like the second. Maybe 11 or something like that. I don't quite know yet. But not only do I want to remake all the music from those specific 2 bands, I would also like to give them a new 3rd song. So basically, it's gonna be these 2 bands, 3 songs each, and 2 new bands with 2 songs each. That's my plan roughly right now. So I like to call it Splash 2.5 instead of Splash 3 because it's not fully original. It's a combination of new stuff and remade old stuff. The name actually, the name is not Splash 3. The name is actually, the name is of course Splash Ultimate. Because I was thinking about what could be a cool name. And my brain said Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I was like, hey, Splash Ultimate, that's it. That's what I'm gonna choose. And yeah, that's one thing. In all honesty, I'm still fairly early with this project though, so don't expect it before summer, to be completely honest. Late summer is probably when I will be done with that. Late summer, or maybe even early fall or something like that. We will see, to be honest. Splash 2, Splash expansion. Something like that. Splash is back. Splash jetzt erst recht. Oh yeah, the playground thing. Yeah, I already mentioned that too. And final thing for today. I will keep making music, of course, and reaction and analysis videos. That format will stay. I will also upload original music or something like fan-made, like the fan-made socket theme that I just uploaded a couple of weeks ago. I will keep doing that as well in the next couple of months. But I would also actually like to introduce 3 entire new series. 3 entire new series to this channel. Or at the very least, I would like to try all 3 of them. At least once. Or no. At least twice. Knowing myself, I introduce a new concept and then it doesn't get that much interest, and then I usually stop. I want to avoid that, so I'm forcing myself to work on 3 videos per new series. Just to see how interesting they actually are to all of you. I'm just wondering if I should tell you about my plans already, or if I should not. That Socket theme is great, but please do more brothership videos. Yeah, we're gonna see, like I said. I think I'm actually not gonna tell you what those 3 new series are about. Like, obviously they are about music, obviously they are about games, and they might actually also be about game music. Who would have thought? If you look, I was looking up similar concepts on YouTube, and I have to admit that I actually did find these concepts, all 3 concepts in YouTube already, but 2 of them were not specifically video game music related. So I thought, yeah, I'm gonna give them a try and give them my own spin. I give this concept my own spin, so to speak. To not leave you completely in the dark, I'm gonna tease you what all three of these concepts are gonna be about. fight the algorithm, make different content, be free. Yeah, basically. Okay, one of them is going to be... I'm trying to give you a hint without actually spoiling anything. Concept 1... So 4 main concepts on this channel. Concept 1, reactions and analysis videos, as always. Concept 2, or series 2, is forcing myself to be creative and actually writing music in a very creative way. That's all that I'm gonna say about that. Concept number 3 it's not so much reaction and analysis, it goes more into a tutorial kind of direction, I'd say. And concept number 4 is something that I'm personally the most hyped about, by far actually. How do I explain that without actually giving it away? I'm just gonna. How do I tease this without actually giving it away? I can't come up with anything. God dang! I don't want to give this series, or the concept of the series, away because I'm really happy and really looking forward to working on and showing you the first video of that series, because I think you're actually also going to like it. It's also the series that requires the most effort and the most work and the most time from my side as well. So realistically I will only do this like once every month, if at all. Okay, the hint that I'm gonna give you is 3 games. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. That's all I'm gonna say about the final concepts. 3 games. So, reactions and analysis videos. Forcing myself to be creative and writing music in a very creative way. Tutorial-esque videos. And 3 games, whatever that could possibly mean. Since I've been on a vacation for 2 weeks, my current to-do list is actually fairly long. Like to-do list as in stuff that I have to actually work on, like paid work. So I also want to take my time, to be honest. Like, all these rooms here are also not set up yet whatsoever, so realistically, I think it's gonna take until like mid or late April until you'll actually get to see the first of these concepts or a new series on my main channel. But I really hope that one of them actually sticks. Because as much as I like making reaction and analysis kind of videos, I feel like I'm missing the creativity a little bit. As interesting as they are, and as much as I like teaching basic music concepts to you all while doing that, it's not really that creative. Like, one of the main reasons why I made up all those different shirt Chris is to force some creativity into the videos. And these 3 new series are all based on creativity in a way. So I hope you're looking forward to them. And that being said, I'd also like to announce 2 more streams that are going to happen in the near future. One of them is an Anthem Blast stream, because we obviously still have to finish that game. And at least once more, I'd like to stream Burnout Paradise. I've continued playing this game on and off for the last like 3 weeks or so. And this game is actually really freaking long. And it's getting harder and harder. And we've reached the point now where I think it's fun. It could be fun again to actually stream it again, if that makes sense. Like, I have actually found all the billboards in the entire game now. I've found all the gates, excluding 2. I've found most of that stuff, but one thing that's still missing are a lot of the main missions of that game. And the game has really gotten difficult by now. Really difficult. To be honest, I can't wait to show you that. I hope it's gonna be as entertaining as last month. I really hope. But yeah. Most importantly, potato reveal when? You're gonna see. Combining 3 games original soundtracks into one? You will find out soon. Ish. So yeah. That was basically chatting and chilling with me and some channel updates and updates on what's been going on. I do not want to keep make this stream unnecessarily long. Especially since streaming was already fun though. Yeah, but that's also fair. I will continue. I will keep streaming in future streams. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I will see you all soon. Did you play any of the Five Nights at Freddy's games? No. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to keep you around. I don't want to keep you around. Get away. No, I don't want to. Waste your time any longer. Just some stuff on what's been going on, and especially why I haven't made that many videos lately. I thought if someone moves out, it's a process that takes like a couple of days, maybe a week or two, but this takes months, to be honest, months and months. Until that person has moved out, then you realize the rooms are empty and you need new furniture and you need carpets and you need a bed and you need this and that and oh, I don't have cutlery and I don't have that and I don't have that. I need to go buy this again and that and oh shit, I don't have any money anymore and then oh, I need to buy this and so on. So that being said, I hope you're looking forward to whatever I'm uploading, whenever I'm uploading it. You will most likely see a lot of uploads on my second channel. Soonish. On my main channel, it's like I said, it's still gonna take a couple of weeks, to be completely honest, until I'm finally ready to show you more stuff. So that being said, I hope I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.